All right, what's up, guys? So we're gonna watch some MSNBC. I don't know if you guys ever watch this, but I like to just see what they talk about and what makes them so angry. So let's watch.
Today, when asked about his role in this week's incident at Arlington National Cemetery and his campaign capitalizing on the images of Section 60, Trump tried to reclaim the narrative yet again, but it didn't go so well.
Should your campaign have put out those videos and photos?
Well, we have a lot of people. We have people, TikTok people. We're leading the internet. That was the other thing. We're so far above her on the internet.
But on that hallowed ground, should they have put out the images of those?
I don't know what the rules and regulations are. I don't know who did it. And it could have been them. It could have been the parents. It could have been somebody.
It was your campaign's TikTok, though, that put out the video.
I really don't know anything about it. All I do is I stood there and I said, if you'd like to have a picture, we can have a picture. If somebody did it, this was a setup by the people in the administration that, Trump is coming to Arlington. That looks so bad for us.
I think they're just making anything up to make Trump look bad. But really what they should be focusing on is why Kamala wasn't there. And, at least he showed some respect and went there and met the families. But what's crazy to me is that Kamala won't even acknowledge them when she was supposedly the last person in the room when Joe Biden made that call. And if she's the vice president, she's just as much as fault as he is. And it's crazy to me that they can just keep just not acknowledging these families after it's their fault that their kids, passed away. And so, at least have the decency to give them a call or anything. But
Courtney, quickly before I got to let you go, though, we have not received any reporting that Trump himself or the Trump campaign has reprimanded or said anything about that Trump aide who physically assaulted an Arlington cemetery employee, correct?
Correct. And we do know that the military police were called right soon after that incident, the pushing occurred, and they came to the scene. They did take statements from at least one or more likely several of the.
All right, let's look at something else. I think this is Kamala speaking.
The Harris campaign on a Labor Day blitz with rallies in Wisconsin and Michigan. Vice President Kamala Harris making a push in the battleground states, reaching out to union workers, standing on stage in Detroit with labor leaders.
On Labor Day and every day, we celebrate the dignity of work. The dignity of work. We celebrate unions because unions helped build America, and unions helped build America's middle class.
Harris also in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania today, campaigning with President Biden. It's their first official campaign event together since Biden dropped out of the race. After former President Trump's controversial visit to Arlington National Cemetery last week, where he was accused of political activities on cemetery grounds, Harris writing online, "It is not a place for politics."
Vice President Harris, I ask you, why won't you return a call?
Today, Trump posting this campaign video with
those videos from those parents are all you really need to see. Nobody else's opinion matters besides the parents, if you ask me.
Family members of soldiers killed during the U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan.
President Trump has called. President Trump shows up.
It comes as a new ABC News Ipsos poll finds Harris leads Trump 52-46 among likely voters. That is outside the margin of error.
Let's not pay too much attention to the polls. Let's know, like labor always does, we are out here running like we are the underdog in this race because we know what we are fighting for.
Just so disgusting. And I'll tell you, if you haven't noticed, I get a lot of publicity. I don't need that publicity. I don't need that publicity. I get a lot. I get too much.
And let's bring in CBS News political reporter Zach Hudak for more on that incident and the latest from the Trump campaign. How is that situation impacting his campaign at the moment?
Chanel, it's something that I think those of us following every minute detail of this see as sort of a unforced error. It's one of those instances where a campaign does something and kind of gets themselves in a corner. The Harris-Walz campaign has had to do very little on this story. I mean, they've issued a few statements knocking former President Trump for going to Arlington Cemetery and seeming to do political things there. But
yeah, so they've said everything except apologize to the families for putting their kids in that position. So I don't know, man. I have a hard time seeing how they can even make a point for this, that Trump is so wrong for going to this place, and obviously he's recorded everywhere he goes. But yeah, man, I think really it's just the families. The families are the ones that can actually voice their opinion in this, and if they wanted him there, then they wanted him there. All right, bye guys.